Have you seen that Basin got kicked? Basin Sorex? My coach? Kicked from the beat map nominators? There's no way. Wait, what did he do? Don't tell me that he spoke the truth. Don't tell me that he made another YouTube video that said the truth and everyone didn't want to hear it. GG. Basin Sorex Osu nomination assessment results. Consensus. Removed from BN plus behavior warning. Basin Sorex Osu nomination results. Consensus removed from BN plus behavior warning. Additional feedback. Hello, Basin Sorex. Following your last evaluation, you were warned over concerns aimed at your behavior in threads opened in qualified and vetoed maps, being overly dismissive, passive-aggressive, hostile, and at some points derailing the thread. We issued you a warning for this not to happen in the future, expecting at least a modicum. What the fuck is modicum? I'm sorry, dude. I'm too brain rotted. A small quantity of a particular thing, especially something considered desirable or valuable. Expecting at least a modicum of change in the matter. This has not happened in the latest unqualified thread, Temptation. You have once again showed the exact same type of behavior with arguably no changes or attempts to improve your tone or the way you treat others who disagree with you. Here are some examples. Oh, damn. Here are some examples. Let's see the first one. The rhythm game where half the gameplay is aiming attracts people who like aim. What's the problem with that? Thank you for the AI rundown. What's wrong with that? Number 3, may I kindly ask where the hell you are getting this information, because it's just all factually wrong and you're also completely fudging the numbers, which I hope isn't coming from a lack of basic math skills. There are only 7 people who lose 1K plus. This looks like a little bit more than 7 to me with the screenshot. It does nothing because most of the players lose from 300 to 800 PP, which equals to roughly 1.5 to 3% of their total PP. 1.5 to 3%? Literally, what are you looking at? Because you have to be actually just cherry picking the highest PP value players with the least amount of change. The actual net PP loss percentages for those getting nerfed the most are the following. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. This has only ever... Okay, all right, whatever. That's pretty bad. I agree with all of these being ranked. They're not nearly as bad examples as something. This or a bunch of other recently ranked maps. Bait. This is quite literally the point being made. Your kind of opinion is exactly the same kind as those who would have opposed these maps years ago. You started playing the game after ranked had already established yourself of being accepting of those maps, which is why you personally don't see an issue with them now, but almost certainly would have at the time. Okay, I don't see the problem with that. Anyways, the point of the warning is to give you a chance to change and grow and adapt yourself to comply to the overall modding code of conduct and expectations for beat map nominators. Ah, so that's where the issue is. See, for most of these examples, I actually don't really see the issue with being like, you know, that much of a problem. But I guess when you take into the context that this dude is supposed to be like, you know, a beat map nominator and is supposed to be giving valuable feedback and not supposed to be, you know, trolling, then I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, however, it seems you have no intent of doing that and we'll be acting swiftly and removing you from the BMAM nominators effective immediately. You'll be required to appeal your case in order to return, which you will be able to do in 1 year. A year? Damn! A year-long ban? From BNing, at least. We consider this a lenient punishment. In your case, you're a repeat offender in this regard. Given your previous ban for similar behavior concerns, we hope you can take this as a genuine attempt to advise you that your behavior needs to change in order for you to earn credibility back, no matter how justified you think you are. Please note that your response in this evaluation may be taken into account for your future appeal in case that happens. Damn, they really hit him with the other right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Damn. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of get it, dude. It's like the exact same shit that people gave me when I was like trolling and rage baiting. People were like, "Oh my god, Ed, you're like the face of Osu. You can't be saying this shit." And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of valid. Understandable. I'll shut the fuck up. I guess it kind of makes sense here. Bro, you're a BN. You kind of need to shut the fuck up. Give some valuable feedback or don't say anything at all type shit. I get it. Unlucky, man. If only you were a normal human.